Alright, welcome ladies and gents. Monarch episode 7. Will the real May please stand up was the title. I don't know. I'm quickly kind of falling out of love with this show now. In fact, I think they've got one more episode left. 8 episodes. They are building up quite a good backstory here and there on certain bits and pieces. So we learn who May is a bit more now. I'm still not quite understanding why she's a particularly nice character or not. So we learn that she went to work for a company, AET. It's the same company that built Mecha Godzilla, right? And had all of the Titans, the skull crawlers and stuff. Basically everything that happened in Godzilla vs. Kong. So she went to work for them. She's on the run from them because she wiped their systems. Because she realised they were doing animal testing. Look, I don't agree with animal testing. I think it's awful. I think it's gross. I think it's wrong. I love animals. But you went to work for a company. It wasn't... I failed to see why that's compelling. And why I should care that... You know? It's just not a compelling narrative to put forward. I'm sure some people really like it. I bet you anything they do. And that's fine. You do you. But she wiped their systems and went on the run because she wiped their systems. Because she realised that they were doing animal testing. Yeah, animal testing sucks. Like, it's awful. But there's better ways to do it. I mean, I'm sure they still do animal testing, right? So it's like it's all superfluous. It doesn't make her a good character. It doesn't help me like this character at all. So I just thought that was absolutely useless. But anyway, they used that and what they were kind of practicing on these animals to sort of lay the framework for Mecha Godzilla, right? You know, the brainwaves controlling it, etc. And I quite like that. I think that element's good. And then we come to the end of the episode, and the woman that recruited May, her real name's Cora, but the woman that recruited May ends the phone call, yes, Mr. Simmons, which is Walter Simmons, which is Demian Bichir, great actor, who was in Godzilla vs. Kong. It's good that they're building the world out. It was an interesting turn of events with Kurt Russell's character, Lieutenant Lee Shaw. He took control of a Monarch's base, got all the munitions, and went to blow up the Alaskan outpost. That seems like a weird turn for him as well. I'm hoping they'll do another flashback. Which will explain why he apparently has an amnesia on his personality from the past. Because in the past, it was really clear when he was working with the Randers that he didn't want to just needlessly kill these creatures. And it seems now he does, even though he knows full well he can't kill Godzilla at least. Quite an odd turn of events for him. Now, all that it did in destroying the outpost was sealing up what was very clearly an entrance to the Hollow Earth. And it was a really good cinematic, like the good bit of CGI, this sort of spiraling gravitational force, and it just sucked everything down into the Earth again. I thought that was really cool. Everything else was a bit shit. Monarch reveals itself to the world. I think that is good, because from one movie to the next, we do learn that, of course, Monarch is out of the shadows. And so I think that's interesting that we learn the reasons why. The reasons why, however, not that great. So, but it's building out that level of backstory anyway. And then May and Kate seem to be getting a bit buddy-buddy, a bit touchy-feely. And so we should call Kentaro Cucktaro now, I guess. He's just been cucked. Just some very weird characterizations in this. Really, really weird characterizations. Just odd, quite frankly. Just quite odd. Still not quite understanding how the dad comes into all of this again as well. I'm sure it'll just be revealed that he's been trying to maybe lead Godzilla away. Maybe that's what he's been trying to do. You know, lead Godzilla away from the cities, because he knows that he's got that device that can wake him up, and he drove off when Godzilla got up, so he drove away. So maybe it'll be him attempting to put Godzilla back in the Hollow Earth or something like that. But Godzilla was asleep, so I'm not... Maybe that's a terrible theory, because Godzilla was just asleep in the desert, just hanging out, just chilling, like a villain. Yeah, I don't know. It's been a massive letdown through and through. The writing is just not great. I had someone argue with me about this, saying that, I don't know, that these characters were compelling and likeable and stuff like this. I don't see it. I mean, more power to you if you do, genuinely. You know, you can like it. I just don't. And this is my review, of course. But I don't think it's well written. I don't think having these characters do such awful things for such bizarre... This is just not how real people act. And I know people will go, well, this is a world of monsters. Yeah, whatever. But destroying an entire... This is like a multi-billion-dollar... It's like the equivalent of Apple, right? AET in this universe. Destroying all of their systems and going on the run just because you've seen a bunch of animal testing. It didn't even look... I mean, like, it didn't look great, but it didn't look that bad. There was no, like, blood and gore. They just had some helmets on. Some monkeys had some helmets on, and they were a bit distressed. You're going to tell me you're going to destroy the entire company just for that? Normal people don't do things like that. So, yeah, I don't really like these people. And more power to you if you do. So, it started strong. I've checked out now. I've kind of had enough. I'll watch the last episodes, of course. This should have been set in the past. It 100% should have just been set in the past. It's been very disappointing. Anything set in the past has been great. Everything set in the future. Yeah, everything pretty much has been terrible. Most things set in the past have been really, really good, though. So it'll be interesting to see how... And why is Lee Shaw just suddenly bombing everyone? Where did that come from? I don't know. I don't get it. Quite odd. Quite odd behaviour. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. What are your thoughts and theories? Let me know down below. Cheers, guys. Take care. Bye-bye now.